we'll record for those who aren't here so they can just watch it. But I did the last one in 7 minutes, so I can be fast. But thank you for being here. Let me share the screen. All right, so District Art Show and Senior Art Show, thank you for participating. I think it went really great. It was fabulous to be back together and have that energy from just seeing what everyone's creating and see the students excited. And so we really appreciate the effort. I know that was very, very busy for those of you who did the senior portfolios as well, just because they were right on top of each other. We will try to space them out the best we can next year. We are going to try to find a new venue for next year. The library building is for sale. So if you're in the market for a library, you can look at that one. Also, we did have photos taken. And I think I'm going to put those on the shared drive. And I'll try to get them on our VPA Facebook. Thus far, we've been blocked for a little while from getting on our to Facebook on campus. So we'll see if I can get that on there. For those of you who missed deadlines with the show or with VASE, I'm going to schedule some Zoom calls individually so we can come up with a plan for next year as to how we can make sure the kids have that opportunity at your school. All right, Flex, today's the last day for me to make any changes. So if you have not looked at your Strive portfolio, please do so. I sometimes make mistakes especially when I'm doing that custom credit for people. It's like super tiny numbers on a little tiny window that I have to scroll up and down on. So just check it, make sure those numbers are there because it's easier for me to make changes today than it will be after this. And we don't want any surprises in June when your pay is docked. No one wants that. All right, so for 2022 and to 2023, next year's academic year, they're changing Flex again. So it will be, they're doing away with campus Flex. So it's just going to be content at 18 hours and teacher selected with 9 hours. And so we're going to set it up the same way again. Going forward. So what else? There's also, if you participate in AP Summer Institute, they will only count that for content hours the first year you do it, or for first year teachers, or the first year you're teaching AP, or if you're making a major change to which AP you're teaching, then they'll count it as your content. Other than that, then it's will just be teacher selected. Outside conferences and outside of Art of Ed and the classes we put on, those are going to go through the professional learning department, and so they won't go through me anymore. So you won't be submitting like conference stuff to me, it'll go to them. And so that is a change as well. Last change is those of you who are course instructors. In the past, we could let you just choose between getting credit for the Flex class that you're teaching or money paid for it. This coming year, we can only give you 3 hours of Flex credit total. And so if you teach more classes than that, it will be financial compensation, not credit. And that is a TAE or TEA, sorry, TEA requirement. So that's why I'm limited on how many credits I can give you as instructors. And then, was that all, Wendy? Did I get that? Okay. And then I was finalizing everyone's Flex. So I haven't, for those of you who've already put in proposals, I'll be getting those this month. So we can start planning for this next year. Flex form, this is very, very short. If you're still on campus, click on it. And again, this is in your campus, click on it. And again, this slideshow is in the shared drive under visual or department Zoom meetings. You can see it there. And it'll be just a few questions, but it's going to let us know whether you want Art of Ed again next year. And you know, who your favorite course person was or instructor was. And so just a few things, but if without this, you know, you won't be getting Art of Ed. So please fill this out, and then we do some awards and things, but it's just a couple questions and that'll help us plan. All right, budgets for next year. I have not had my budget approved yet, so I can't give you your totals yet. But my plan is by making sure you have those by the end of May. And we'll do the $100 bonus for those who submit by July 31st, because we want to have those supplies in your classrooms before school starts. And there's going to be a few changes to the ordering procedures, but it's things that Wendy and I discovered as we were doing it ourselves, so that we can make it faster and easier. And so there'll be a couple things that we'll let you know about, but yeah, hopefully we can get a lot of those in early, and then we can get your supplies sooner. Okay, inventory. Again, those of you who've already done this, it's not a lengthy process. We do not want to know about consumables. It's your big things that are on your campus. We want to make sure that they're still there, especially technology. And so you're going to go into that inventory folder in the Visual Arts Department Share Drive, and just make sure everything's still there and initial that you checked it. So that, and that's all that you need to do for inventory. And that'll be due May 20th. All right, Letterman jackets, you can start working on the paperwork for those. These last 2 years, I just had you do a Google form we did a Google spreadsheet, but that was wrong. I guess they audit for UILs, like jackets and stuff. I didn't know, I just claimed ignorance. And so we got away with it for at least this past year. But in the future, we do have to have that documentation where you have the principal signature, and I believe it's 7 points that you need, and those are accumulated just this school year. And so start working on those signatures now, and you will be uploading those when you fill out the form. I'll get that, the form for it. Where you'll upload the paper form into it, so that we'll have those ready to go. And again, we can't place the order until July 1st is when we can start ordering those, but we want it taken care of before the school year ends, so that we don't have to harass you in the summer. All right, our last very, very sad news. Our beloved Jody, who just started with us in November, and we have loved, and she's been amazing, was offered a position that she didn't even apply for, working with the deaf program at the school where her daughter was. And so it's near and dear to her heart. And so we're happy for her that she has this opportunity, but very, very sad for us, because she has just been amazing and wonderful. So what we could use from you is, if you know anyone who wants to work in the art office and wants to be an administrative associate, send them our way. We're hoping that that'll get posted sometime next week. The other thing that we need from you is, before, when we were working without an administrative associate, we really got behind on our emails, and it was a struggle for both Wendy and I to make it through all of them. And we do want to be able to answer your questions, and we do want you to come to us for help, but we'd really appreciate it if you could look in ArtBeat first, look in your handbook first, ask a colleague before you email us. Because there were times, like in October, where I was feeling like 2 weeks behind on email, just because of everything that we were trying to accomplish. And they don't give us a sub, so Wendy and I just kind of take it all on. And so we'd appreciate your help with that, by trying to solve some of your questions. But of course, if you can't find an answer, we are more than willing to help you, and we want you to keep coming to us. And we're hoping that since it's over the summer, it'll be a little bit less stressful, but again, we're very sad. But that is all I have for information. So have a fabulous 3-day weekend. If you don't have any questions, you are free to go. And if you do have questions, please stay on, and Wendy and I are here to help you. But let me stop the recording.